Yeah, I figured I'd post this just for the hell of it too, because I was looking online. I didn't see any answers, but then I says, "Let me think, damn it! I know from enough experience how to get damn bolts loose." Well, I did get it loose, and you could see what I did. I used the old propane. I heated up the block around the plug. This is the plug itself. Now, I didn't get it out with that. I got it out with. I'll show you. This and this combined, and I was pushing on it a real lot, like, I mean, I don't know, a good 100 pounds easy. So, you know, on the length of that bar, it was probably 150 foot-pounds. It wasn't coming loose. That's when I says heat, and it's, yep, it slowly turned. Now this thing, I don't know if it's got any adhesive on it. Probably had some. It probably does, but I think this is what was leaking. It's really damn hard to tell because I was looking up there when the engine was running. I could have sworn it was leaking from that. It was like behind this bracket. You know, I don't think it was from the oil pump, to tell you the truth, because now I was thinking about it, I started thinking, wait a minute, was this plug? And the plug goes in right there. You can see, I don't know if you can see it. There's a bolt hole, and there's the plug above it. The one on the bottom is the. I'm gonna there's a little bit of oil there. I'm gonna let it drain. Clean it out really good with Q-tips and brake cleaner, and clean the plug up super clean with chemically clean. And I'm not going to use Loctite red. I'm going to use Loctite blue on this puppy. And yeah, I'm going to use Loctite blue. I don't think it had red on there. I don't know what kind of sealant. I can tell you one thing. I would not be afraid. I don't have any red on me. That's why I'm not going to use red. But I don't think I need it. I think it just needs something to seal it. But it's got to be very chemically clean. I think that's my problem. That's actually a high oil pressure area. It's right around where the oil pump is. I'm not sure why that plug is in there, but yeah, I know you need it. You know, oil will come gushing out of that sucker. But I think anybody that has a problem, like, you know, a lot of engines do have oil plugs like this. Sometimes they're located behind parts, and there's a gasket that goes over them, so you don't have to worry about them leaking, but you got to make sure the plug's in there. I think Chevy's got that shit. And if you ever use Loctite red, I would not be afraid to use Loctite red for this reason, and I'm pointing right at the reason: heat. I put Loctite red on the stator on a Harley. Stator's like it's like kind of like the alternator, I guess you would call it. Goes behind a clutch shell, and you're supposed to use replacement torque screws every freaking time. And I said, get the hell out of here. I'm going to go to dealer, order freaking dude, get some torque screws, fucking Loctite red. But then if you got to take them out, if you use heat, they come right out. If you don't use heat, they don't come out. And this thing, I think that plug was in here since this car is in 99, so it's been in there 16 years. I guess another 10 years it'll be a classic, but I really don't feel like learning this car too much, but tell you, man, I don't know. I'm tempted to, if I kept this damn thing, to change everything on it someday. I don't know how you would do that, though. I don't know. I don't like this car. It's not easy to work on, man. But if I ever get down to a method to like drop the whole engine and trans on this bitch real easy, I will post it, because I don't know, if I keep this car, I think a lot of times I'm just going to drop the damn engine and trans if there's a freaking easy way to do it. Got some room to work on this bitch, man. Anyway, so that's how to get the plug out. Use heat. Use heat. Don't be afraid to use the heat. Put it around. Don't put it, you don't necessarily have to put it right directly on the plug, because then it'll expand the plug. Put it around the plug. Around the plug. And I'll tell you what, I have broken a lot of bolts open. This looks like it had some red shit on here. Probably was Loctite red. But I think this sucker was leaking. I think it was leaking. I don't know what the hell kind of sealant was on here, man, but it's that's the thing, you know. I try to freaking look this shit up. I can't find out what it goes on there. That's the thing. I ain't sure, to tell you the truth. I don't think something like this would require Loctite red. If it's on there tight as shit, I mean, I don't see how the hell it's gonna. It was on there tight, man. I was like, it took me a good 100-something foot-pounds to get this bitch off, even with the heat. I'll probably post down there in the comments if I figure out exactly what type of sealant goes on here. I got the dealer service manuals, and I didn't see nothing in there. I like doing shit right, and this is a minor thing, but then again, it's the oil, damn it. You know what I mean? It's the freaking oil, so don't want to be screwing up on that shit. Pretty sure blue would be okay, but then again, you don't want to be in the middle of nowhere and also the real plug pops out. Ah, that would suck. Probably am going to get some red. I am going to get some red. It's going to be in there forever, babe. Well, like I said, it comes out. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some red. I'm going to get some Loctite red. I'll go down to freaking some freaking Advanced Auto or some bullshit and get that shit. Because if it ain't going to work with Loctite, if it comes loose with Loctite red, you know, so fucking it ain't going to come loose with Loctite red. That's what I'll do. Alright, so anyway, figure I'll post this to where to get that bitch out. It is impossible without heat. I swear. I mean, I had this like that, you know. It's a pretty long thing. I was laying into that, my whole body weight, man. Fucking wasn't budging. I said, oh well, heat. And it worked, and you put it all the way around here, and I heated it up for about, I'd say, a good minute. Worked up, and then it slowed. And after I did that, it didn't like just pop loose. It was like slow turn, man. So that is an indication they had like a permanent Loctite on there, because I don't think it would have been like. I mean, the part isn't rusty. It's an oily spot. I mean, it's not because it's rust. That was the Loctite holding that bitch in. Definitely needed to heat on there. Alright, kind of a long video on this little tidbit, but I'll guarantee you somebody's going to freaking want to know about this for sure. Someplace.